Ready packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tandem Presents. Today, we are here with Lisa Lashington. I've known Lisa since I was a little girl, and so I'm excited to get to reconnect with her again and learn. And she's going to educate us about money. So this whole thing, we're going to be talking about money, and we're going to be talking about. It stems from the fact that 2.9% of the workforce in America has quit. And
Yes.
I'm excited because to me, I think people should be doing what they're passionate about, not just slaving away and having very little to show for it. So this is their opportunity, but what do you go for? So Lisa,
Yes.
tell us
Thank
one
you
of
so
the
much,
oh,
Michelle. I appreciate the opportunity again to come onto your show and kind of explain a little bit of what my experience has been in the workforce and in the market that I recently discovered. And I'm
wow.
having a blast learning about it, which is the Forex market, which not too many people are familiar with.
No,
And
I know
it's
nothing.
actually been around the longest. It's one of the markets that have been around the
Really?
longest. And surprise, we have the least information about it. It's not told to the masses. So I was very
Okay.
excited to learn that.
Okay. So what is Forex? Because I want to tell you what the little bit that I know or what I
Okay.
assume. I assume it's foreign exchange.
That's
Is that
exactly
it?
what
Or
it is. That
okay,
is
good.
exactly what it stands for. You got it. You hit the nail on the head. So that it's it's spelled Forex,
Uh-huh.
and the
Okay.
FOR on it stands for the word foreign. The
Yes.
EX is for exchange. So it's really
Exchange.
foreign
Right.
exchange. And people don't realize it, but we all are involved in the foreign exchange every single day. If you're an adult with a bank account, a checking account, savings, you are involved in the Forex market. Every time you go to the store and you're purchasing toilet paper or whatever, anything, you buy gas, you are participating in the Forex market. And
I didn't know that.
we don't really think about it much, but it's
Mm-hmm.
honestly it's a market where it's mostly dominated by the big banks.
Mm-hmm.
They the ones who dominated the market for years. And so that's
Okay.
why whenever, like, if we open a bank account, so most, if open a bank or say a savings account, if you
Right.
notice the amount of interest that the bank will give you in that savings account, if you're lucky, maybe
Maybe.
2%, some usually 0.05%. It's very,
Yeah.
very low on a basic standard savings account. And
Right.
the bank is basically saying, okay, yes, if you give your money to us where we can house it here, we will in exchange give you a little bit, give you a little bit interest on your money where it will grow. But that
Right.
interest is so minor, so minute, that even just
It's
keeping up with the rate of inflation, everything, it's going to eat it all away, honestly.
right.
But what you do when you lend the banks your money, they're now taking your money that you actually start with, you open with them, and
Mm-hmm.
they're putting it in the foreign exchange market and getting dividends 100-fold, 200-fold on the money that you gave them or you lent to them.
Wow.
So what the
Right.
foreign exchange does at any time, in to make it simple to understand, anytime we travel, if
Mm-hmm.
you go to Canada, for
Mm-hmm.
instance, when you fly to Canada and you're over there, whatever the duration of time that you're there, you have to, in order to, purchase the goods over there, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, any services that you want over there, you're going to have to use their currency, which is the Canadian dollar, right?
That's true.
So
Yeah.
if you're coming from America, from the US, you are
Mm-hmm.
now exchanging your US dollars for their Canadian dollars. And there is always a fluctuation rate. Like the dollar's value is never exactly the same.
Right.
And
Yes.
they're always fluctuating. One's always a little higher than the other.
Yeah.
So what
Mhm.
it is when you're exchanging your US dollars for the Canadian dollars, some you may say you want to exchange 100 US dollars when you go over there. Now, usually the US dollar is the value is a little higher than the Canadian dollar. So maybe 100 of your US dollars will maybe get you like 130 Canadian dollars, right? So
Mm.
and that's fine. You spend that while you're up there or whatever the time you're there. Now, when you come back into the US, you're going to have to
Mhm.
take whatever, if you have any leftover Canadian dollars, you're now going to
Mhm.
take your Canadian dollars and exchange it back over here, right? They usually have the exchange booths for you want your US dollars back. So
Right.
again, on that exchange, what the value of
Right.
that Canadian dollar could have gone up or down during that time that you were there, but you're getting whatever the current value is. Now, the people who actually
Mhm.
do the exchange, they are making a profit on on
Yeah.
the actual exchange. That's what we're not familiar with,
Ah.
but that is where that's where the banks are, that's where they're making major gains because they are the extra,
Ah.
the difference between the
Mhm.
one currency and the other currency, they're able to go ahead and pocket that. And then they'll
Oh,
pay a little
wow.
pittance on that, but they make the majority of that monies, and they'll give you a little pittance in your savings account. Say thank you for lending us your money, but
Oh,
you're not
wow.
going to get anything worth the amount that they're making on it
Mhm.
far exceeds what they're giving you. Of course, it's the
Yeah.
banks that want to always
Yeah.
come out on top. They're going to make their
Yeah.
profit.
That's
Right.
true.
But that's
This is true.
essentially what the foreign exchange is. So anywhere you go in the world, because we've got all the
Yeah.
countries in the world, they have some form of currency. Whatever it is, if you
Right.
go to Japan, they've got the Japanese yen. You can go to London, they've got the British pound, the New Zealand dollar,
Yeah.
the Australian dollar. Wherever you go, there is that country usually has a currency. So
Yeah.
there's always a fluctuation rate with whatever your country's currency value is and their
Mhm.
current country's currency is. And anytime you exchange that, there's somebody who's making a profit on the exchange, which again is
Okay.
generally the banks. But now that it's been becoming more known to the common people about the foreign
Mhm.
exchange. It's the most liquid market. More of us are getting involved in it, and it is
Wow.
so easy to get into. We just again never had the knowledge of it previously, so
Knowledge is
it's
power.
an eye opener to actually learn.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
very
So
grateful.
how okay, so how does somebody get into this? How does somebody get
Okay.
into the Forex?
So there are honestly there are about maybe I want to say maybe 4 or 5 other forex schools. Now I should let you know there's only
Mm.
one university in the US that actually offers a degree where you can get a degree in
Oh,
forex. Do you
okay.
know what the university is? Wait for it. The university is Harvard University.
I was gonna say Harvard.
That's it. It's the only one in the US that offers
Wow.
you could actually get a degree in it. Now, if you think about it, you're like, why is Harvard the only
Yeah, why is the
US
only one?
institution that offers a degree in foreign exchange? And if you
Yeah.
think about the population or the majority of the students that would go to Harvard, it makes
Mm.
sense why they're
Okay.
the ones that would get Harvard. It costs upwards of 70 grand a year for tuition at Harvard. Vast majority of us, I'm gonna say
Mm.
us, or even people in
Mhm.
general, but the
Yeah,
majority of us
no.
are not going to be able to afford to send our children hard. Like you have to be like on the top. If we do go, it's generally because you are the top of your class. You are maybe the valedictorian. You have done everything as far as the community service. Like you got a lot of scholarships
Yeah.
and grants to go there for the
Yes.
few of us that do
Wow.
have the opportunity to do so. But the vast
Yeah.
majority they don't look
I'm
like
not
us.
gonna.
They don't look like you and
No.
me.
No.
So
No.
it makes sense that it's only the elite or the upper echelon that are
Mhm.
going to have access to that knowledge because honestly, that's where they want it to stay. It really is
Uh,
not something they want it to be something that the majority has access or has knowledge about. Because again,
right.
it's supposed to stay among
Yeah.
a certain group of
keep it.
people. Yep.
Right.
But
Right.
as I said, there's about 4 or 5 different Forex companies that have come about. I want to say within the last maybe 10, 15 years that
Mm-hmm.
have been now making that information available to the masses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I honestly, I've heard about it. I don't know. I know IML is, I don't know if you heard about it. It's one of the bigger ones that I
Okay.
was introduced to. But the
Mm-hmm.
starting fee to join and to even like the
Mm-hmm.
monthly fee that they had, it was, I'm a school teacher. I should have prefaced it by saying that I'm a high
Oh,
school
okay.
math teacher. That's what I've been doing for profession for 20
I
years
need to
now.
talk. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you.
I've only
Just
worked in
saying.
high school. I've been worked this is actually my 20th year, my
Oh
20th and final,
wow.
my 20th and final.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and I've been in I've been in high school. I'm a high school math teacher. And the funniest
Wow.
thing is that the courses I've been teaching actual concepts that are what are native to the foreign exchange market. I didn't even know that's what I was
Oh
teaching.
wow.
I didn't, because there is like a
Oh
course I teach,
wow.
analysis
See?
of functions, that you actually are studying functions, and we teach intervals of increase, intervals of decrease, intervals where it's constant. And
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
have to teach it to my students, but never knew that's actually the same concept of the Forex market. That's what you're looking to see when the market is bullish, meaning when the market's going up, or when it's bearish, when it's coming down, or when it's just stagnant, where you don't want to
Okay.
go in or out when it's, if it's
Right.
stagnant. So
Right.
it's just
Wow.
it's so funny, because when you just think that a traditional educational system, we honestly, even the teachers, even the staff there, we do not, we are educating our students to become employees. That's what we are, kind of like employee factories. We're cranking out people to go into the workforce to become an employee for somebody else. We don't necessarily always show them or teach them how they can be the employer. It's not, unless they go to a college and they're studying, if they're a business major, or whatever it
Yeah.
is, if they're studying marketing, if they don't go that path, they're not going, that's not what we teach them. And it's a disservice,
Right. Like
unfortunately, but we teach where our mindset
it
is
is.
more to crank out employees for other people,
Right.
so they don't.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like Jim Rohn said, if there was a wealth one and wealth two, he would have taken it.
Yes.
And it's true, like there's no classes on wealth. So yeah,
Exactly.
that's why this is great.
Yes.
So you have a video. You said you had a video to show, or
Oh, I didn't.
about.
It's not a. Well, I have a PDF, but I don't know if I. Well, I can show you the PDF, or I can actually just
Oh,
tell
you can.
you some basic information about. Okay,
Yeah,
so hold on
yeah.
a second here.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so as I was telling you, there are a few companies that do teach forex, but a lot of them, and they are schools. Honestly, there are schools that teach the skill of forex trading. But as I found, the ones that I've been accosted with have been outside of my range of comfortable payment to sustain on a teacher salary. Point blank, like that. That's
Right.
what it
Yeah.
is. It's just
Yeah.
they were very good, and I was very grateful for the people that introduced me to it. But I'm like I could tell you, one was like $379 to get in, and then like $250 a month to maintain,
Oh.
and some other ones which was still I got it. They are worth every penny. I'm not gonna front. They are
Yeah.
worth every penny. Once you learn the skill, you will get that money back 100-fold. However,
Okay.
for the
Mhm.
masses, again, if you're trying to make this something that's available for the common people who really, really probably do have an interest and want to get involved in it, it's just not like practical to say that they're going to be able to sustain that long term, right? If
Right.
they're
Right.
concerned about, I need to keep food on my table, I need to keep a roof over my head. They're not going to see that as something that an investment. Yes, it's worth the investment, but something that I could get back
It's
in
hard.
the long run, maybe 6 months, a year from now, when I've got kids to feed today. So that's
Yes.
been the problem with it. So I have to say, and I prayed about it when I had a person that introduced me to it through IML. I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I went to the presentation. I was very impressed. I knew it was something I wanted to learn, but when I heard the class, I'm like, I can't do that right now on my teacher salary. I couldn't. So I prayed and prayed. I was like, God, if there is ever an opportunity that comes up where I can learn the skill and it could still be something that's attainable and affordable for me, please, I need you to show it to me, and I will jump on it. Like I will not pass it up. And hence, here we go. January 2021, XtremeFX is born.
Yes.
And I was so blessed. Even I said, "That's it. Thank you, God. Thank you. I appreciate. I hear you. I am going to listen." So I jumped at it. And I'm so glad. As I said, I'm still a teacher. I've learned so much over the last 10 months or so. So so much. And I can tell you it is very profitable as far as the monies that you could bring in. You can make a very decent, I bring like an extra, 4 figures a month. Some people bring in an extra 5 figures a month. So it's very honestly lucrative. And that's just, and I'm a baby trader. Like I'm a baby.
A baby trader.
You can spend, it's a university, honestly. It's a university of classes, that's trading classes that are showing you the skills that you need to be able to navigate the market. And then you can make predictions based on whether the market is going to go up for a currency. If I'm trading the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, or the British pound versus the Japanese yen, or whatever it is, because you can trade. That's the nice thing about the Forex market now. It is so easy to get into. You do not need to have any special certification. You don't need to get a degree or whatever. You can get into there because the schools that are available right now, XtremeFX is one of the best I've seen at the most affordable. You can get in there. They have live traders, and it's not just like small traders. These are multi-million-dollar traders. They have been in the game for a very long time. They are trading their time, teaching people the exact skills they need to be able to read the market, to be able to do your charts, because it's a charting that's involved. You can show you how to place your lines of support and resistance. It's so much. I know I'm speaking a lot of the lingo, general lingo, but it is, all of this is stuff that you learn once you enroll into the academy. And I love that they have that. It is something that you can do at your own pace. The videos they have the live trading sessions. You could jump in live with the actual Forex traders, the trainers. There's like 3 major sets. We have the London session, that's at 2 in the morning. I usually don't get on that. I'm sleeping.
Wow.
I gotta go to work. But I know one of the larger markets, the Forex capitals or trade centers, if you will. London has a big market that opens up around 2 a.m. Our time, Eastern Standard Time. So 2 in the morning. And then you have the New York session. So in the US, the New York is that hub there. For when you put on the news and you're hearing about Wall Street and they're talking about the NASDAQ and Dow Jones and all of that, the US 100, all of that. It's talking with stocks, and stocks is a smaller portion of the Forex market. Forex is a $7 trillion a day market. A $7 trillion a day industry. Where the stock market is like 260 billion. Still a lot of money. 260 billion versus 7 trillion though is like over 3,000 times
I didn't know that.
It's 7 trillion a day. That's it. And some of the trainers that are in the academy, they have been, and it blew my mind. Some of these traders, they are making 40, 50, some of them almost $100,000 in one day. And that's a drop in
Wow.
the bucket. It's a drop in the bucket because the
Yeah.
market is so large. Someone could pull out $1 million a day out of the market and nobody would know their name because it's the
Wow.
market is large.
It's
So
so big.
honestly, I just love working with their traders. And then when I can't get onto they have the New York session I was saying is at 8 in the morning, around 8, 9 in the morning. And then they have the Asian session because again, Tokyo, Japan, and there's parts Singapore, some other parts of Asia that they have the Asian section opens up around 7 p.m., 8 p.m. our time. So there's like those three major
Okay.
markets that traders they do live trading right there. You could jump in on with them.
Wow.
They'll show you exactly what it is when you want to come into whatever that currency pair is. They share that with you. They have trade alerts that they send you. I mean, you can be an amateur trader and easily pull out a good $150, $200 a day just on the little baby trades, like be an amateur trader. So it is definitely something very lucrative. It is something that
Wow.
once your mind is open and you learn that skill, nobody can take it away from you. The Forex market will be here until God comes back. I mean, it's been here forever. They've been,
Yeah.
I mean, in the Bible, there were where people were bartering, they were trading coins and stuff, even right there in the
They're
temple. There was
trading, right?
God threw them out the temple
Yeah.
because they're like trading, bartering right there in front of. No, you're
Yeah.
not supposed to do that. But that
one time Jesus got angry.
that was foreign exchange. They were doing
Yeah.
it's been around since Jesus was here. So we just
Yeah.
have to learn the ins and outs of it. And once we learn that, it's a skill nobody can take that from you, and you technically would become your own boss.
That's right. Yeah. I like
Yes,
that. And this
I'm
is
sorry, I
what
was sharing.
this is good information for a lot of people who Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, that
This
was
is great for
I
people
was
who are looking for something else.
definitely.
Yeah.
So I would say my aha moment, like my aha, where I was like, definitely. So last year we know was a big year. A
Yes.
lot of changes came about with COVID and everything. A lot of people lost work. They couldn't.
Yep.
They realized that the employees. If you think about it, not one CEO was fired, but a whole lot of employees were. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, there were some businesses did shut down, and
Yeah.
when you look at it, just the volatility of it, if you've
Mhm.
been an employee at whatever, say it was a restaurant, you've been working there if you were for 5-6 years, and that was
Right.
your means of income. When all of a
Yeah.
sudden now, like, someone tells you your job is non-essential, so you got to stay home. No, we're not. You can't go to work right now. What do you, as a person who I still have children to feed, or I've got
Right.
I have a roof that I need to maintain and keep over my head? What do you then do when someone pulls the carpet out from under you?
Yeah.
And that we
Yeah.
saw exactly what happened. So the economy
Yeah.
was going down fast. That is when
Yeah.
I've been very, very fortunate because with education, they didn't stop. So
Yeah.
I was able to work
Yeah.
all the pandemic. Granted, the mode of education changed because we now
Yeah.
have to teach online, but I
Yeah.
was still blessed to still be able to still to work.
Right.
So it was my
Right.
husband.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
cannot complain. God was good in that in
Mhm.
that we were all always still able to work. However, I had friends, I had family members that lost
Mhm.
their source of income. And it was a
Wow.
big thing when now you're trying to even help them to
Mhm.
how make ends meet. You're trying, give them support, but they feel desolate. They feel like we're like a fish out of water. What are we gonna do now? And it was not
Yeah.
until March last year, just as the pandemic was starting, where
Mhm.
I have a coach that I work with. He actually brought it to my attention. He's like, "Have you ever considered learning Forex?" And I was like, and it was funny when he mentioned it to me because I'm like, "Yes, I have." I remember I said I had gone to a meeting
Yeah.
a few years back. I was like, yeah, I actually have learned. I was introduced to it a few years ago, but I'm like, I have not been able to actually start because I just found it was a little bit too expensive out of my pocket at that time. And then that's when he was telling me, well, now there are now companies that are actually coming about that are making it much more affordable for the common person to come and learn. And it's definitely a skill that you can do from your house. You don't need to go out, which is what a lot of people started doing.
That's
They
what
were
people
becoming
need.
creative and figuring out ways that they can build an income from their homes. We realized it's not everything that we had to physically go out to do. There's a lot of stuff. So there was a whole paradigm shift that happened with a lot of people last year. And we're actually still seeing the effects of it today, because now that we're supposedly trying to get back to normal, we're seeing how there's all these jobs that are now opening up, and there's people who are not going.
People are quitting.
They're not going for them. Like, forget that. I'm going to do my own thing now. Like, they're realizing.
They're tired of it. Yeah.
You do not necessarily want to depend on somebody else to have to be able, the one to feed you, to be the one to get me. You want to be in a position where you control what's coming into your household yourself. You really do.
Right.
You've got to go to work, clock in. Somebody's going to tell you when you can go to the bathroom, when you can take a break, when can you
eat. Yeah.
You're grown. I'm an adult. What you mean? I need to ask permission to go to the bathroom? It's just crazy when we think down. Like, it's crazy. It really is. But people have been able to sit back, especially since we're stuck in our homes last year, and think about the larger picture. What are we here? What are we doing? This routine thing we're doing from day to day, where is it getting me? And they have been making the decisions to go ahead and become their own, be self-employed.
A lot of businesses have been born through this pandemic, which is, I think, it's a silver lining. I think a lot of people they were forced home, and now they're like, I kind of like not having to be rushing out to work or be here at a certain time, and I get to spend more time with my kids or my family. I don't, you live with these people and you don't even know them,
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. So I think it was an eye opener, and that's a funny thing with a lot of bad situations. There's always a silver lining. There's always something that really open your eyes as to what's really going on. So yeah, I agree. So this is interesting because I've heard about it. I think I've had family members who either are still a part of it. I don't know if they still do it or not, but they did talk to me about it a little bit. I just didn't understand. Like, for me, I felt like it was just over my head because the stock market at one point in my life seemed over my head. I'm now in the stock market, but I'm safe. I don't really I ain't doing nothing aggressive. I'm still learning.
But the stock, another misconception, because with stocks, because stocks are good. If you make a good investment, then definitely a stock can blow up. The thing is, stocks are one-sided. Like, you only make money in stocks if the price goes up. If when the stock goes up, that's when you make money. But if it goes down, you're losing. You lose money. And that's one of the other features I love about the Forex market, because whether the currency value is going up or coming down, you can still make a profit even if the currency is going down. It's bi-directional. You do a sell trade. So when you sell, you're saying that currency is going to lose a value, and that you can still make a profit if that value does go, if you put in a sell trade. Right?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Trade, you're saying I'm predicting that this market is going to go up, so you'll make a profit if the market truly does go up. But you can make a profit whether it goes up or down. That's one of the things I really, really liked about it. So yes, because stocks, you can only make a profit if it goes up
one way.
Yep,
that's true.
Yes,
that's true.
And it's really not as hard. People think it's a difficult thing. It's not that difficult. It really isn't.
No. So if someone wants to get in touch with you to learn more, I post your website in the link in the comments, but also they could also
I was just
Yeah.
about to type it in the comments. I
Okay.
see you got, yay, you got it in there. Okay.
And also I put I didn't put your email. If they need to talk to you, can they contact
Okay.
you?
I see
Lisa
you have it under my
Lashington.
name
Right?
on the
Yep.
screen there. But it is at
Yep.
Lisa Lashington at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. It was a pleasure speaking with you. I did not know all this stuff about the Forex exchange. That's all I knew is that it was foreign exchange. That's all I knew.
Foreign exchange. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
it. But that's
that's
what we
all
do
I
every
knew.
day. Every time we trade our
Yeah,
dollars for some good or service. That's
every
that's
day,
all
every
part of the
day.
foreign.
So it's smart to say get into the foreign exchange stock market. I mean, I
Definitely.
still think it's always good to be in the stock market.
Yes, we
It
also
is a
have, so just so you know, so we know we got regular foreign exchange. We now cryptocurrencies are also on the rise now. I don't know if you've been hearing about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin,
yeah.
Dogecoin, Litecoin. There's a lot, Ethereum. There's a lot of cryptocurrencies that are now in the market, which they are also part of the forex. The forex is like this huge monster
Oh,
of like,
so it is a part of it. Okay.
it's
Oh
a
yeah,
part. That's
that
what
that
I'm
makes
trying to
sense.
say. There is no market larger than the forex market. It is the largest free market in the world.
Wow.
It's the largest one. It encompasses a lot
7
of different
trillion.
stocks. Like it encompasses a lot of different things.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah,
Oh,
so cryptocurrency is another one
alrighty.
that's on the rise.
We gotta come back. You gotta come back and educate us on cryptocurrency, okay?
I will
Because that is something
definitely do that.
interesting. Or
I definitely will. I have the
because
whole PowerPoint. The PowerPoint was long. I didn't want it to go
it's like,
over
oh, okay,
the
okay.
time. But if anyone wants to reach me, they can again send me an email. My website is there.
Mhm,
We actually do have live Zoom. We have
mhm.
Zoom presentations every weekday at 9 p.m. So I
Okay,
can,
okay.
you can I put the Zoom link for that
Yes, yes.
up there? Okay, so I'll give you that Zoom link information.
Sounds good.
I don't know if I could type. Okay, I can type it in the private chat. I guess you can put it on
And put it on.
the.
You could, yeah. With either one,
So hold on,
I'll
I'm gonna
copy
put
and
it
paste
in
it.
there.
That was. And so they just come on. So when they get into the forex, they just basically come on for training sessions and they get trained on how to maneuver and what everything
They're
means.
videos. So there's a whole. It's a university. It's that
Okay.
the company XtremeFX.global. It is a
Mhm.
forex university. So
Okay.
they have
Okay.
everything. They've got the live trainings. They've
Mhm.
got they actually have modules, the videos that you can go through as well. They have a fast 8 days to trading for people who want to get in the market really quickly.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot that it encompasses, but and they even have a referral system attached to it too for those people that want to become an IBO and just maybe they're not so good as I don't know if I want to learn the whole skill, but I can definitely
Yeah.
refer people that want to learn it, and they have a whole affiliate membership that goes with that you could is very that's a whole secondary
That's a secondary. Okay.
income that they can make from it as well. I'm trying to get
Okay.
this Zoom link ID.
Well, while you get that going, I'm gonna do a quick 30-second commercial.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll be
give you
done
some
then.
time. Okay. So we are back, and let's see. You got it up there. Okay. Okay,
Yes,
so I will.
there's a password that goes on there as well.
Okay. Okay. And do you want me to put this in the comments, in the live comments?
If yes, if can I wasn't able to type in there. I was only able to
Oh,
do it in
okay.
the chat. So if
Okay.
you can copy it and paste it in there. As I said, it's weekdays. Let's see, weekdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 p.m.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. All right. So I want to thank you for coming on. This was a great show. We are now smarter and wiser. And hopefully hopefully
I'm
you get a
glad.
lot of people to contact you on, on learning more because I don't know. I know we live in a world where, of course, you're always going to have employees, you're always going to have workers, but I feel
Yes,
like nobody should be a worker for their entire life. At one
for the
time in your
entire
life, you should at least try owning your own business. Just give it a shot. If you win or fail, it doesn't
exactly.
matter. Yeah, give it a try.
Don't
You
let
never
fear
know. You
hold
just
you
might
back.
like
I
it.
think that's honestly what
Yes,
it is. Fear holds a lot of us
it's
back.
fair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I am so happy I got to spoke with you and reconnect with you again. We got to talk again. And I
Definitely.
look forward to talking. Maybe we got to do this again to talk about some
We got to.
crypto.
Hey, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. All right. Well,
Thank you
thank
so
you
much for the
again.
opportunity. I appreciate it.
No problem. Have a wonderful and blessed weekend. Have a prosperous week.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And same to you and your family.
Thank you. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.